gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another Fever Hour. And tonight on the docket is Hereditary and Talk to Me, which are some pretty interesting movies, some creepy, demonic sort of movies. But with me, of course, tonight is my lovely co-host, my partner in crime, my bestie, Miss Dana Marie. What is up?
Nothing much. Thanks for having me. Can't wait. These are some good movies you picked, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people in the chat have brought them up, and then I can't remember if it was Bitey or Betray King that showed us Talk to Me, but I remember we watched that one. I think in the Discord. I know that's where I believe I watched it or heard about it,
Yes,
and it was really, really good. I enjoyed it.
I
But
enjoyed both of them. Both of them are up there for me. These were both good picks.
oh yeah, definitely some good ones, and I cannot wait to get into them. But first, of course, we're gonna say what's up to the chat. And BK was first, even though his message is not there. He was first, and I did pin him, so I am going to relieve him of his pin duties. And see who else we have with us. I do see Percy. What is up, Percy? Glad to see you with us. And Bitey, welcome, welcome. And we are a little bit early tonight. And I know he's got a good stream later, so we're gonna try to catch that one as well. And hello, Ravener. What is up, Lord Ravener? So
Hey,
yeah,
Ravener.
we're definitely going to kind of do a little early stream tonight and talk about two movies. And I know next week I'm gonna try. I know next week I'm gonna try to I think we're gonna do slashers, and we may even rank slashers. So we are gonna see what that is all about
Oh,
next
you
week.
mean I get to create another tier list? I would love to create another tier list since I actually know how to do that now. So I will be very happy to be able to create another tier list. Yay!
Oh yeah. So look out for that. I definitely know there's some slashers I'm into, but we are definitely going to get into Hereditary and Talk to Me. And let's see what one we're going to get into first. I'll bring up some photos. So, guys in the chat who have seen these, what do you guys think? Which one is your favorite, least favorite? Or to me, they're kind of equal. I kind of like them the same. I feel like Hereditary kind of is a little slower pace as
Hmm.
far as like giving us a lot of really creepy stuff. But when it does give it to us, it really kind of gives it to you. But what do you guys think? What do you think, Miss Dana? Which one do you like better?
I definitely like Talk to Me a little better just because it's a little more fast paced. I liked the jump scares in it were a little more scary, but the story in Hereditary is better. So I'm kind of split like you, but I still enjoy them both none the same, like exactly the same. So
Yeah, that's pretty much the way I felt about it too. Like, I do like the story of what's going on in Hereditary better, but yeah, it is a little bit slower, more I don't know, like dramatic, I guess. Really trying to it kind of creeps you out throughout the movie, especially the little girl. But when it finally does start to reveal what's going on, and you realize mom finds all the pictures and everything, and you're like, ooh. And then you realize how bad it really is, and you're like, okay, that poor little girl.
yeah, it's a
The
pretty messed up
trailers were
family.
good. Yes. And speaking of trailers, I broke the Hereditary trailer down, so we can start with that. Bitey for saying that. It's perfect segue into that. So we're going to play the Hereditary It's the trailer, and I kind of like shrunk it down a little bit. So we'll check that out and see what it's about.
Come on, Peter. It's just Sue.
See so many strange new faces here today. I know my mom would be very touched and probably a little suspicious. My mother was a very secretive and private woman. It's Grandma. You know you were her favorite, right? Even when you were a little baby, she wouldn't let me feed you because she needed to feed you. She was a very difficult woman, which maybe explains me.
Sometimes I swear I can feel them in the room.
She had private rituals, private friends. She wasn't altogether there at the end.
What's happening? Peter! Raise your voice at me! I am your mother! Make it stop! Make it stop!
Right. So yeah, a lot of that good stuff. I love like when she sets herself on fire, all that at the end, towards the end of the movie is pretty good. Yeah, pretty much once the poor little girl, yeah, has her car accident. Yeah, it starts to get pretty good after that. I'm gonna get those images up. Pull them up. And I did see you, Miss Sophia. Let me go back and find you real quick. There you are. Welcome, welcome. We are talking Hereditary and Talk to Me. Which one is your favorite? Percy says the hand in Talk to Me was a metaphor for a drug that kid was abusing and overdose. Actually, yes, that is true. I do remember them talk. Like I don't remember. Did you tell? I don't know. Was it you, Percy, that told us that in the Discord when we were watching it? Somebody did mention that before. And it does make sense because when you watch the movie, they very much so go too far with it. And even the mom thinks that they were doing drugs the whole time until they got the toxicology report back. And it was like, oh, there was no drugs. But yeah, it was very much so talking about that. Very good call, Percy. And yeah, the little girl in the car scene, yeah, that was rough. That was, I felt for her. I thought she was the chosen one.
Oh,
She was
that
not.
was horrible. Talk about a way to go.
Sophia says, I really didn't like this movie. They were trying to do too much, and I don't feel it came together well. It was bizarre and nice in a good way. And is that the... Oh, okay, yeah, Hereditary. Yeah, like I said, I like the story as far as what they're going with because let me get those pictures up real quick. Because of
I'm a
the
fan of the
actual
actress
demon.
in Hereditary. I don't remember her name, but all I know is she was in Muriel's Wedding. And if any of you guys know what that movie is, it's such a cute movie. And I've loved that actress ever since Muriel's Wedding.
Yeah. I'm trying to get these up almost there. I kind of like what the lore they're going with, I guess, in Hereditary more than I probably like the movie itself. Because
Yes.
it is it's almost, the first half is very, I don't want to say draining, but it is a little bit because it's very slow paced.
Mm-hmm.
And with the mom's like trying to figure out what's going with her, and then you think grandma's, she's dead and all this stuff. But when they actually kind of get into go ahead.
I was just gonna say that dollhouse is so fucking creepy. How it like mirrors their whole like family. That always just creeped me out every time like you saw little pieces in the dollhouse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mom was doing a lot of that. Like, that was really creepy. It was almost like a way for her to deal with stuff, but also her work. She was really good at making the little miniatures. Yeah, and Talk to Me, Sophia. It's like I think it is based off like kids using something or taking it too far, abusing something similar like drugs. But in a sense, they have this hand that is from like a psychic.
Mm-hmm.
And they're using it in a ritual to contact ghosts or spirits, and they take it too far and there's like rules with it, and you have to do it like you kind of don't want to go over a certain amount of time. Otherwise, I kind of
Mhm.
think like you get more attached to them, where they kind of start following you. And then I think some people may, because I mean, I've watched it a few times now, and I can't remember, because I even watched it the other day, and I can't remember if they attached to her. I think it was because the one boy was holding the hand too long, and then she thought it was her mom, but I don't think it was her mom. I think it was a demon or something.
That's how I took it.
And it
I
was,
look at it
yeah,
like a new aged Ouija board.
yeah, exactly. And but it was even like as powerful as a Ouija board is, I would assume it would be even more powerful because it's like the severed hand of a psychic.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're using the words when they hold the hand, they say talk to me, and that's how you see the spirit. It also, so basically when the dead hand that you're holding turns into their hand, like the spirit is possessing that psychic's hand. And so then you say to them, I let you in, and then you take in the spirit. Or in one part, when she's trying to find this boy, we'll get to it more in a minute, they have to they actually let the human girl into the spirit world, so to speak. So the ghost says, I let you in. And she literally goes to where this boy's spirit has been basically trapped in hell with all the other ghosts that are like tormenting him and stuff. So it's definitely it's pretty dark. It's definitely really good as far as all those theatrics go. I kind of hate how they played it with the kids, because the kids are kind of, yeah, they're stupid. The kids are bad, but it was still pretty good. But yeah, Hereditary though. Back to my screenshots here. Yeah, it was like I said, it was a little slow at first, but I like. I mean, yeah, I like her. She just played basically crazy the whole way through, the mom. Like the whole way through, I
Yeah.
just assumed up until like a certain point. Like I knew something was going on with them, but I didn't know what it was completely until like you start to see her kind of. I think it was like right before the party where she kind of has the car accident. I'm gonna call it a car accident. That's when it gets really, really creepy. And you kind of figure out, okay, there's something demonic going on here. For sure. Oh, it was so bad. Okay, it was real quick. I hope you saw it. It was very quick. I honestly, Nate, I felt bad. I can't leave that one up there.
Ugh,
Poor little girl.
her head just popped off.
I know, right? It was not good.
But you were right. The whole movie, I thought that the buildup was that this little girl was going to be w- the chosen one. Like that's how I took it until you come to find out that it ended up being the son.
Mm-hmm. Almost like they had to have these sacrifices and stuff in order for it to work out the way it needed to. It was really
Yep.
crazy in the end. The end
Yep.
was really crazy.
I think it was like they needed a total of 3 sacrifices to make the ritual work, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, because the triangle was one of their symbols, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. It all
Yep.
makes sense.
And the kids trying so hard to just be normal, smoking some pot, trying to just be a normal teenager, and like
Well, he feels like it's his fault, right? But to be fair, mom. First of all, what mom makes her? What, she was in like middle school, the little girl around middle school
something like
age.
that. Yeah.
Go with her brother to a high school party, and so you have to
Uh,
watch her. Like what? Go
yeah.
socialize. You need friends.
And it was all the cake. It was the cake's doing.
Yeah.
Who puts all them nuts in a cake?
Right. Like you just. Oh man, that was bad parenting. And then she wants to blame. I'm sorry. Yeah, the best part was when mom was crawling on the ceiling. That was pretty good.
That was pretty friggin' scary. Like I hate that type of stuff when you see like people or kids in a movie and they're like crawling on the ceiling or walls all friggin' weird like, and like just that was one of the better creepy scenes, was when mom was just chilling on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, I love this too because her poor husband's like really trying to be supportive. She's just like, oh my god, do we really have to do this? She's like,
Yeah, like
please.
he's the most normal out of this whole freaking family.
And he
Poor
does not
dude.
get a good. I know. Oh,
Poor dude. What
this
did
was
you marry?
creepy. Oh, this part was so creepy. Oh, that poor little boy looks over and his like reflection just winks and smiles at him. That's not good.
No. No, it was just like I said, it had a slow start, but once Hereditary got going and you finally started to get into the real meat of the movie, it definitely made for a better watch. But I understand what people say when the beginning was just hard to kind of get through because it is doing build up and trying to give you some backstory and trying to like you're going through the motions with the mom, so you're kind of discovering things as the mom's discovering them. But like right, I would say midway, like right when you get to when things just start moving, it gets better. So that's why this was one of my like it was a good movie. It wasn't awful, it wasn't great, but it was still good and it's worth watching.
Absolutely. And this was like crazy. This is when mom is basically like sleepwalking, I think, and she walks in on him, but he actually thinks, I don't think this is mom actually grabbing him. I'm not sure. A lot of weird stuff going on, but I know mom, he wakes up with mom in the room because mom, tried to set him on fire. They were younger. Man, like, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I'm like, you
Thanks, Mom.
might.
Thanks,
Dad,
Mom,
dad,
for
dad knew this was coming though. He saw the sign. He should have already stepped in. He stepped in too late.
pretty much. And we saw what happened to poor daddy.
Yeah. He was like, Mom's like,
It
what?
did.
I heard you screaming. I just came in to check on you. And he's like, what? You're just choking me. And you got this journal with all of us like dead and our eyes crossed out. It's nice.
Like,
It's
you're
Charlie's
in my
journal.
room, right, Mom? You're in my room. It's not the other way
Right.
around. You
Yeah, I
came
know.
into my room.
And at that point, it's like, okay, the journal has to be put to flame. Yeah, because this journal was, and the journal was what she used in the ritual, which was what that lady, the older lady, that was her mom's friend. She didn't know it was her mom's friend. But this lady here, you got to use something that's from the deceased, some kind of conduit.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the journal when they do the ritual here. And so she is definitely attached to the journal along with whatever else because that ritual was given to her by not a very good witch.
Oh yeah, they're definitely a evil bunch of witches.
Oh, yeah. So she tries to put the journal in the fire thinking, oh, we just burned the journal. That's fine. It'll be fine, Dana. Just burn it. It'll all be over.
It'll be
Little
all
did
good.
she know.
You
Just
know,
like freaked out.
It'll fix everything. Don't worry about it.
Just a little flame on the arm into a
Forget
little
about it.
bigger flame until she's like, oh God, this journal, we need to stomp the fire. She realized that was not very good. She is messed up big time at this point. No
Yes.
more. Look at all the flames. We have flames. It was no good for her. And then at this point, it gets creepy. She goes back to that old lady's house that she met at it was like one of them help support groups I guess this one was for people who, I don't know if hers was particular for people dealing with death. I think it was for like the death support groups.
Yeah, bereavement.
Yeah, that's what it was called. And this is the symbol. And I don't know if you recognize this symbol, Dana. You recognize this in another thing that we watch?
Ooh, I wonder. That looks very evil-esque.
It does indeed. It is indeed a real demonic seal, from my understanding.
Ooh, sigil connection. Sigil
I
connection.
know. I love it. Hey, Vendel. Oh, wait. Where'd you go? Wait, I gotta go back down. There you are. Okay, I'm sorry. I was on my screenshot, so when I clicked, I messed up. What is up, Vinda? Hope you are feeling good, my friend. I know you was been a little under the weather, so I hope you are doing better.
I guess we miss you.
Oh, we do. We miss
No,
you.
we miss you.
We still talk about some movies. But next week, Vinda, we is gonna get into some slashers. I'm hoping to get all that together for next Friday. Some good slasher picks. So I'm gonna try to post something up so you guys can let me know what your favorite slasher picks are, and I will try to rank them. We can all rank them together. We will do it, Dana.
Yes. Yes, we will. And this time we will have a clear set of rules before we do the judgment of the tier list ranking. So we're all on the same page and we know what we're ranking.
I'm already confused because I looked up slashers today just out of curiosity because I know what I think of as a slasher. Dana, did you
What?
know that when I looked it up, that one of the movies that we're watching tonight came up as a slasher?
Really?
Guess which one it was? I gave you two guesses. It's only two movies.
Oh, I'm trying to like uh, I can't see talk to I would think maybe Hereditary because I don't see Talk to Me as a slasher. Oh, which one? Now I'm curious. Which one was considered a slasher?
Alright, if you type in right now top slasher movies and then you look top slasher movie picks, first one is Talk to Me.
Really?
And I just googled top slasher movies.
I
I
would
even
have
made sure
never
that
have
the
thought.
movies that are showing say, top slasher, not like your favorite or for you or top picks or something, because it'll do that to me sometimes. Like, give me something I didn't ask for. So I had to make sure that I was not crazy. So you can go look it up. So
That's very interesting. I would have never have thought that Talk to Me would have been considered a slasher. That's interesting to me because that's not what you think of when you think of slasher. Sorry, like it's just not.
neither one of these were. So when I seen it, I swear, like I did it right now, like because I wanted to make sure that I'm not crazy, Dana. Google gonna mess me up, try to screw me over here. and I looked it up now, unless I don't know. Something I told
That's
y'all last time we
interesting.
did this. The reason why I did it was because, man, when I look this stuff up now, I can't. When I look up like a genre, like I want to find a movie in a genre, and I
Hmm.
go to look that up, and it might be a movie like just looking for movies I haven't seen before, right?
Hmm.
And I see movies, and I'm like, well, that's not that kind of movie. And you know how I can't find good movies because they're all mixed together. So, and yes, Benda, we're gonna have some Freddy, not too much. But again, see, Freddy's definitely a slasher, but where do we draw the line? I mean, I guess and I did look this up actually today, and I believe it has to be a human in origin, no matter what happens later, how it becomes demonic or whatever. It has to be human in origin, body count matters. And I forget what the third one was, but yeah, those two for sure matter the most.
I already told Scarlett that I will put on my big girl panties and I will get through Freddy Krueger. I already said that I will just to check my pulse every once in a while and make sure that I'm still alive and breathing, and I will get through it. I will face my fear for Scarlett.
Hmm. Yeah, I know.
So
And
you
right,
know how much
Percy,
I
I
love
was
you
laughing
when I'm
too.
willing to face my fear for you.
Oh, we will be okay. You're not watching the movie. You'll be
I
all
know.
right. We're not gonna make you watch the
I'll
whole
just be
movie.
really stoned.
In Percy, yeah, right. I know. When I looked it up, because I was like, trying to prepare for next week, and I'm sitting there looking this up, and I'm like, I'm already like,
Wow.
yeah, we're gonna have a criteria, but I'm already confused. So, yeah, fun times. Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, Google definitely doesn't know what it's talking about anymore. I'm almost positive of that.
I will just
What about
close my eyes,
Pumpkinhead?
Louis.
Yeah,
I will just close my
Pumpkinhead.
eyes
You
when
know,
Freddy
I'm
comes
up for
up.
y'all to put in whatever you consider your favorite slashers to be, and then we can have full discussion about it. You already know how I'm about my lore and how they muddy Be muddy in the waters.
All that mud, all that muck. Well, they're already frigging it up if they're saying "talk to me" as a friggin' slasher. That is not what I thought of like at all. You bogged my brain down a little bit with that one.
I told you, Dana. How do you think I feel when I was trying to get ready to put this stuff together, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to deep dive just so I make sure I find the right slasher, because I was wanting to see some top slashers and what's already out there, and I know some, but it's been I'm not a super big fan of slashers. There's a handful I like, and there was some that I think are slashers, but I wasn't sure if they were considered slashers. So I was trying to look that up, and then I just went down a whole wormhole of not knowing what slashers are, apparently, or at least Google not knowing what slashers are. I thought I knew what slashers were. But what is up,
So did
Kiwi?
I
do
until
see you.
now.
Hello, Miss Kiwi Skirt. Welcome.
That totally just threw me off. But now, can I at least say no PG-13 movies? I do not consider PG-13 movies in any way, shape, or form horror movies, no matter how much they like to try to wrap them up in a nice, neat little bow. Like, you can't tell me a movie that's PG-13 is horror. Like, I'll give you suspense, I'll give you supernatural, I'll give you a thriller, but horror to me needs to be rated R.
Yeah, especially if you're talking about like a good, like, true horror.
Yes.
Especially, there's some there's some stuff out there that could, I don't know. I can't even think of anything right now. I'm trying to think. No, yeah, I'm good with, I don't know. Maybe a comedy of sorts, but even then, you're right. It's got to be at least rated R. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, slasher would be like, like a
Louis.
Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, Leatherface. Yeah, all those, because no matter what they are later, they originally, I believe, are all human, and they have body counts. I think there was one
See,
more criteria. There was at
human?
least 3 things that mattered.
Like, they have to be human, then we could discount like Freddy, Jason, all of
No,
them.
human in origin.
Oh,
Like,
okay, gotcha. Okay,
however they ended up becoming the monster that they are is fine, as long as they, like, basically that way it's not like
gotcha.
Alien Predator, or some, I don't know, just a I don't know, just a doll, like,
So no Chucky, no
guess
Puppet Master.
no, Chucky would be, because it
Oh
originally
yes,
was
he
a
was a
dude.
human that went into a doll, but then like no
Morgan,
Puppet Master.
I believe Morgan wouldn't be, because she's not human in origin, she's AI.
Oh yeah. Oh, Megan.
Puppet
Isn't it
Master
Megan?
may not be. Yeah, Megan. I always call her Morgan. I don't know why. I like Morgan better, I guess. That's what my
Yes, I
AI
corrected
crazy
myself,
robot
Louis.
would
I
be.
corrected myself.
Then she corrected me too. See, she's doing good. Leave her be. Who's messing with Benda? Leave her be, Benda. I don't even know. I don't know, where did he say it at? Chucky is a human. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we correct each other. It's fine. We're doing just fine, man. Don't worry about it. We got this. Michael Myers
Yeah.
is your favorite? Yeah. Yeah, mine, honestly, I like, well, yeah, we're going to get into that even more next week, but I do like Scream is one of my top, as far as, like, I guess like 90s, 2000s and stuff go.
Mm-hmm.
First few Screams. Probably first 4, I guess. And after when it gets to the new Kids on the Block, it's all right. But that, and then there's some oldies I like that I don't, like I said, this is where I didn't know if they were considered slashers or not, and that was Serial Mom and Parents. And those 2 would be my picks, or 3 actually.
I wonder.
And then of course I like Freddy too. I mean, Freddy to me is just a classic, but it just is the Freddy and Scream would be my 2 like most known ones, I guess, but the other 2 were a little bit older. Well, I don't know. Freddy, I guess, is the same as some of those. Sorry, go ahead, Dana.
Oh no, I was gonna say the same thing about Scream. I'm very much like the original, like, trilogy. Once we start, even though I kind of liked 4, 4, I was okay with 4, but past that, it just I didn't like them at all. But you know what movie was surprisingly good? Thanksgiving. And if you want to
I
say
haven't seen
like
that one yet.
slasher,
I haven't
like
seen that one
I
yet.
was surprisingly like happy with that movie. I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a cheese fest. It's just gonna be all this. But it had a twist at the end that I didn't see coming. And I was just like, okay. I was like, this actually isn't that bad. So if you want to see a new movie that puts a kind of new twist on a slasher, like different kills, new type of kills, stuff you haven't seen before, like I was surprisingly happy with that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Bender, we know. Everything is weak. Life sucks. I need to get that clip from South Park, you know, when one of the little kids thinks everything is shit now. Yeah, next week. Tune in. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to get into some slasher movies.
But yet, he Chucky all day. And don't get me wrong, I'm alright with Chucky. But you talk about my Scream, and Chucky gonna get kicked across the room. His little doll self. And his wife. And his 2 kids. Actually, it's like 3 kids. I don't remember. I got confused. Does anybody know how many children Chucky's got?
I don't remember, but when I got Benda one of the posters one year because the whole cast was at Comic-Con, and they're actually a hilarious group of people. So I could see where the comedy came in to Chucky in the later movies because they are just a really funny group of people. And like we were laughing the whole panel. So I like the comedy aspect in some of the later Chuckies, like especially when you saw Chucky sit down and roll a joint and was like just smoking away. But I enjoyed the true fear that the first original Chucky was. Like it was the creepiness factor of a doll and this kid, and so I appreciate the original Chucky. It got a little too campy in the later Chuckies. Sorry, Benda.
we can, Venda, we cannot. I'm not hashing this out with you right now. We're gonna hash this out later. Next week, when you feel better, Vender, we will hash out all of the slasher goodness. I'm ready to hash it out with you. Thank you for going ahead and giving me your jab, so I know what to prepare for. Or to be prepared to tell you how Ghostface is better than Chucky. Whether I actually feel that way or not, I don't know. But yeah, spite you, since you love to spite
We're coming
us.
for you. We're coming for you.
The Dana never be sorry to Benda. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. He's never sorry either. He said terrible things to me in the Discord this week. I cannot forgive. In his Discord, not Jeremy's, in his. In Benda's Discord, he's very, very, very,
Was
very
it clean? I
disrespectful.
hope no curse words were used.
Oh, it was worse than curse words. He called me Master Chief, the one on the TV series.
Uh,
it was
Bless you.
bad.
Yes, Kiwi Candyman was the original Candyman was really friggin' scary. I didn't like the remake.
Yeah, I like the original Candyman, and I don't even. And what was it, like 1 or 2 of them was like Bloody Mary or something like that. I like that one, was pretty good.
Same, yeah, it was that kind of like concept with Candyman, but the original just story and the original Candyman was very, very, very scary. The remake was horrible.
Yeah, remake wasn't my favorite. He's right. You can't take stuff like that back, man. You went too far. It's gonna take time.
I will not have you upsetting Scarlet. I will draw the line. That's it. Louis gets coal for Christmas. That's it. He's cut off.
It's It was funny though. That actually it was right on point. We were talking about Halo and playing some Halo, and yeah, he got me. He got me. It was good. It was good. It was a good joke.
It's okay. Don't worry. I got your back.
Louis wasn't behaving.
No.
No, he was not behaving. He did apologize though. He did say he was
Sorry,
sorry
Terry's sitting next to
immediately.
me.
He knew. He knew he was wrong, so it's fine. I'm not. I'd rather be called a noob than the Master Chief from this TV series that they have. that hurt. That was very very rude. Very rude indeed.
See?
Yeah. Watch both of them and see if you like it or not. I mean, they're alright. The new one, I do like the like I said, I think there was what? Oh, was there two? Was it Candyman and then there was like a second one, wasn't there? I'm trying to remember. The original Candyman. I think there
I
was two.
believe so. But the original was still by far superior to any other one.
Oh yeah, always. But yeah, Hereditary was pretty decent for what it is. Like I said, once we get to this part, you see the symbolism, and like she's got the shrines all set up, and like she goes through like this whole all of her mom's things, and it's literally like, look at the language, Dana. We need to take
Oh,
this,
yeah.
and somehow give this to BK to translate all the evil streams.
BK, where's BK? We need his expertise.
See if this. Did we see anything like this?
Everybody say his name and maybe we'll summon him.
It's BK, BK, BK.
Watch him just pop up. Did somebody call me?
But that is the god of mischief, King. What was it? Paimon? I always say it wrong.
I would think Paimon. No, because Pi would be P-I-E, but I don't speak English right anyway, so don't ask me how to pronounce stuff.
We're close enough because we don't want to say the real one anyways. We're not invoking demons on. We got enough problems with demons trying to invoke on the evil stream.
Seriously. If people only knew.
But no, this was pretty decent ending though to this one. But so yeah, Grandma's crazy. She's super crazy.
That's what happens when you're in a coven of witches.
I know, right? Oh, poor. Oh. At least they used the right symbol with him. Poor boy though. Like just the way he was getting taken over by this thing. He didn't get to feeling too good either.
No, he was all types of messed up.
Oh yeah. And Mom's like, they just throw the journal in the fire. Like, would you throw it in there for me? Just get rid of me, like thinking that if she dies, they'll all be good. Bam! No, Daddy. Poor Daddy.
Oh no, Sophiel, I got in trouble for cursing on Benda's Discord. You're not allowed to curse in Benda's Discord, and you know me with my New York trash mouth. I cursed and I got in trouble.
Yeah, no, we have not gotten in trouble with YouTube yet. Cross our fingers, knock on wood.
Yes, knock. Yep.
I don't have salt.
Nah.
Data. Throw it over. Which shoulder is it?
Yep.
The left.
One of them.
Right.
One of them.
Throw it over both. I don't know. What if you throw it over the wrong one or you messed up?
You guys know me with my New York trash mouth. I curse a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Percy. Yeah, it's definitely a good psychological horror. That's why I said it's slow, but it's that build to the ending, and just it's a lot of lore that goes into it. Kind of like Pet Sematary was sort of like that. It was kind of a slow build. This one a little bit slower to me than Pet Sematary, but a similar kind of like style.
Yes, the story was really good. Once you sit through it and you like get the whole concept of what the story was, and that, believe it or not, throughout the whole story they were setting up for the son to be the one who gets taken over by the demon, and that the little girl was just a sacrifice to get there. Like it's horrifying to think of that that the grandmother took such care because she was only going to be a sacrifice in the end.
I'm not going to take too many pictures of this ending part because there was a lot of people unclothed. The witches and them want to be
Yeah.
natural.
Yeah,
And they were
that,
not
that,
exactly good looking either.
yeah, them witches love to be naked. But what can you do? Dancing in a bonfire, naked under a full moon. Witches love to do that
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah, these are like this really slow build ones. There's some psychological horrors, I'm sure, that are more gory, or even just build up that give you a little more creeps a little sooner. But this one, yeah, like I said, it's not my favorite of this kind of style, but I like the ending. I kind of like where they're going with it. I like the concept behind what they're doing as far as,
Hmm.
you know, how they're kind of used the grandma used the mom and her family to basically invoke this demon slash god in order for their covenant to gain greater power and riches.
Yes. No,
Yeah,
it was.
like I said, Sophie, I don't know either. It's something to do with witches and people who do stuff like that. They just like to be all natural, close to nature as they can.
Pretty much.
And she was queen. Grandma was queen.
Yep, she was. But just to
Now he's
sacrifice your family for that, you're a real fucked up person for doing that.
yeah. Well, I mean, you don't get this kind of evil, Dana,
Look
without
at his poor
cracking a few
face.
eggs.
His poor face. Yeah, no, but you were right. It was good. But Talk to Me was definitely scarier.
Yeah, I did. I liked a lot of the scenes. It definitely was almost. Well, the first part was a little slow at first. You get a little backstory, but once they get that hand involved, which is pretty early on in the movie, it's all hands on deck at that point. Ghost hands.
Yeah, but there was like a legit few times I actually jumped watching Talk to Me. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh shit, oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that.
Oh yeah, no, it had some good moments.
Yes, but it was definitely scarier out of the two. But I liked the story, the full story of Hereditary.
Mm-hmm. I'm pulling up some of the Talk to Me. I got one or two clips for this one. Let me just get these pics pulled up real quick.
And what's awesome about Talk to Me that I figured out just doing some research on it, is that it was actually done by two brothers who are YouTubers. They're just regular YouTubers, like any of us are YouTubers, and they just did not like the horror that was coming out, and they decided to do something themselves. So they made their own script. They figured out a new concept. I believe they're Australian, and they created a really good movie, and it came out first on the indie scene. I believe it was like released in a film festival, and it got such good reviews and people were so excited about it that they gave it a theatrical release. So it's just nice to know that just regular YouTubers made this. It wasn't some big production company. It wasn't some big, name behind it. It was just two brothers who didn't like horror and what it was becoming and decided to make something themselves.
Cool. Nice. Alright, yeah, there they are. I'll get those ready. Yeah, some of the horror, I don't know. I mean, it's hit or miss, but there's actually a lot out there. So, I don't know, we got some. It's just kind of whatever you're into. But I think they're doing actually. I mean, some of the horror coming out today, I guess, isn't the greatest. But I'm trying to think of what has recently come out. I know, when did Talk to Me come out? Was that one somewhat recent? I know it didn't come out this year.
It was either last year or the year before last. It's recent in the spectrum of it's not from the 80s or,
Yeah.
even like the early 90s. It's recent in the
It's like, yeah,
aspect of
2016, somewhere around there to now. I just don't know exactly. I can't remember if it was 2016 or 2020 or something like that. So yeah, it's fairly recent. It is actually good, but as far as like what's come out in the last year, there's a few things that haven't come out yet that are supposed to come out that I'm kind of gonna look to see. I can't remember if Imaginary came out yet or not. I know I was gonna check it out.
yes, Imaginary dropped.
Okay, and that tarot card one was supposed to come out if it hasn't already. But we had so many things going on, I just hadn't really looked into some of the horror that might be dropping this year. So, I know Beetlejuice is coming out, but that one, I don't know exactly when they're going to actually drop it. I know it's got trailers and stuff out.
I think Thanksgiving.
Is it Thanksgiving? Okay.
Somewhere around like
fall?
the fall.
All right. And that one I'm looking forward to and hoping they don't mess it up all at the same time.
I am too. Allegedly, the whole cast came back, so I'm interested to see how they're gonna play it. And they're bringing in the girl who played Wednesday Addams is playing what's the girl from Beetlejuice's daughter. So they are going to bring in a new generation because you kind of have to do things with like that kind of movie. But I believe the entire cast came back. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I was a huge Beetlejuice fan. Even my mom loves Beetlejuice. So it's going to be fun to see what they do with it, as long as, like you say, they don't muck it up.
Yeah. Percy, have you watched Darkness? Similar to Hereditary. Oh. Darkness. Off the top of my head, I don't remember that one.
I've never seen it.
Let me see. Darkness. Do you know what year it came out in, Percy? Because let me see if I can find it real quick. I want to say yes, but then again, I don't remember it.
I'm not too sure. I've never heard of Darkness. So I'm not familiar with that one. But if it's like Hereditary, is it a R or is it a PG-13 movie?
Oh, it's got our girl from True Blood in it. It looks like her. Am I wrong? I can't tell. Maybe it's not her, actually. It looked like her for a second. I could be wrong. Maybe not her. It slightly looked like Sookie for a second, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, I'm a person who didn't watch True Blood, so
Is
I'm
that
not
her?
too
Anne
sure if it was
Paquin?
her.
Yeah, I think that is her. Well, if I'm wrong.
Yeah, and Anna Paquin.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
I haven't seen that one, but no, I might check that one out. See, there's too many to add to the list. But no, that one looks pretty good, Percy. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Good picks, good picks. But yeah, this one though, let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and watch a clip real quick of Talk to Me. And that is the hand right there, as you can see. And you have to have the candle. To open the door, you light the candle. To close the door, you blow it out. Very simple ritual. That is the dead hand is encased in like ceramic, psychic dead hand. Yeah, it was her. Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out, Percy. It is creepy, and I do love creepy. And I love creepy over gory, although I'm not opposed to gore. But I do like the creep over gore. Or even the cycle, I like the mental sometimes. Like, too much gore just kind of eventually, like, it's not that it's not good stuff, but I guess too much gore gets, like, it loses its effect on me. the
Mhm.
right amount though. That's, you gotta find that sweet spot.
Yeah. Just sometimes just I'm not a fan of like the torture porn per se. Like the hostels.
Yeah,
I
I'm not a
just
fan
I
of the hostels. I mean, they don't scare me or like completely like gross me out. They're just, all right, I get you. You just mutilate
like,
everybody.
oh my
Got it.
God, when he had to cut the girl's eyeball, I was sitting there
It
like
was
I
so
can't I
bad.
like it just, the eyeball is just dangling there and she's freaking out. The
Yeah,
guy's trying to cut her freaking eyeball. I was just like, I can't. Like I was just like, we get it. This is fucking like gore central. Like we
I
get
know,
it.
right?
But like I like a good balance. Like I don't mind bloody gutty scenes. Like it doesn't, but I just can't sit there and watch 2 hours of just, you know, gore. Like I can't.
Yeah,
Because then
I
when
feel
does
you
it
on
go
that.
past horror? Like,
Yeah,
isn't horror, you're supposed to be scared. You're supposed to like still have fear of whatever you're watching. Like if all you want to do is vomit the whole movie because you're just
yeah.
grossed out, like there's no horror in that for me.
And then even then though, at some point, it's not even like it doesn't gross me out anymore. It's just almost like you're just numb to it
Mhm.
because it's like too much. So you've even gone past the point of even being grossed out. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, all right, yep, gotcha. Yep, you're doing it again. Nice. Which,
Yeah,
I mean, they're not terrible. They're just not my taste.
same. To where I liked Saw, don't get me wrong, but I felt the original Saw to where, yes, it had that gore factor to it. The story was still a great story. So you had that balance of something new, something different. Yes, you had your gore and your horror, but it wasn't just straight up like, even some of the later Saws, like I feel like they tried to just top each other in the gore aspect, that the story almost got lost. But I loved the story from Saw. But that's just me.
Yeah, Saw was one that I started off liking, and then as it went through, I didn't enjoy it as much. But yeah, Percy, yeah, gore is to me not exactly horror. I agree with that. But
Hmm.
yes, you do still need it. Yes, it's needed. It's needed in horror. Just for me, it's not as, mm, yeah, less is more sometimes.
Yes. Yes.
Saw was more of a murder mystery thriller instead of horror. Yeah. Well, I mean, then again, that's where I'm like, when we go to classify, like, and rank movies, I already don't know where we classify some of these movies now anymore. There's too many categories and subcategories that, yeah, it's as muddy. We muddied up the waters. We did it to
Yeah.
ourselves. But
Like
let's
if you
see. I
look at
got
horror
some.
movies of the 80s, like they're very clear and like decisive of, okay, a slasher, a like a thrill, like they were all. Now it's just like I feel like horror has just gotten lost because they're just so busy trying to, I I don't know, make everybody's stomach turn instead of making everybody scared. Like, that's
Hmm.
why I loved the first Paranormal Activity, and I don't know what people are gonna think about it, but just the fact of what they had to go through, and you were scared because you could see it happening to yourself. Like, okay, you might have a ghost in your house or something paranormal, or like, I loved that about Paranormal Activity. You didn't need any blood to be scared. Like it was just one of those movies that I really appreciated. So Paranormal Activity for me is very, very up there for me in terms of horror movies.
What is up, Rozzy, man? Good to see you. The local news is the best horror movies. Yeah, yeah, well,
Yep.
I mean, that is true.
Eh, eh. Can't deny that.
Yeah,
Especially
do
where
miss
I'm
a good
from.
horror though. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I don't even know what's really good out this year yet. I know there's some horrors that are out, but I don't remember anything that's really stood out to me That's why we're going over the ones we love from the past. So I hope they don't ruin them all, which they probably will. Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are talking about Talk to Me right now, the movie that we were discussing. We're actually discussing a lot of movies, but this one we're supposed to be discussing. And I'm fixing to show a clip. Let me get back over there to that of the movie. And this is like, I'm going to show the one where basically pretty much where she's at right now, but it's kind of the scene of her getting that possession going on. And here we go.
Now see.
There he is. They like you. He's behind you now. You'll split.
And there you have it. There's a little interesting display of the magic there with that hand.
That's why you don't
Yeah.
mess with stuff like that.
Yeah. Yep. Play with fire. Is going to get burned or rode by some spirits.
Even with the most experienced people, like they don't mess with the spirit world. The spirit world, you're asking for trouble, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Like, that is one thing you should not mess with if you don't know what you're doing, because you don't know what you're letting in, you don't know what you're dealing with, and you can't combat it if you don't know how to handle what you're doing.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely. And I think this was just kind of one of those things. Yeah, it was. I think, like Percy said, also kind of showing abuse, just abusing a substance in general. And this, they displayed it as, supernatural and
Yep.
all that kind of Ouija board type stuff. But yeah, I think if you go in, I don't know if it's whoever wrote it or whatever put it out there, but yeah, it was supposed to be about abusing drugs. But I guess instead of saying drugs, they used spirits. It was interesting.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that when I watched it. I was just like, I didn't catch that at all.
It's still a high of some sort.
And it
So
was like, I didn't catch
definitely-
that until they said that. And there's going to come up, I'm going to show you the clip in a minute. And that's when I realized, like, oh yeah, because the kid, like, when they're at the party and they're all doing it, and it shows them all, like, taking a turn at the hand. And he's like, oh, this never gets old. And he's all, like, out of his mind. So yeah, they definitely used it as, like, a drug.
Well, even when the young girl who's the main protagonist in the story, she's in such a search for her mom's spirit that she keeps going back to it. So she's addicted to it in the sense of wanting to see her mom again, and what length somebody would go for something. So like you can see the parallels to like an abuse of any kind in this movie.
Oh yeah, and yeah, Percy, cheers.
Yep. Spark
know,
it if
right?
you got it.
Yes, indeed.
Because we all got it.
Them happy Christmas trees.
Yes.
But yeah, no, this one was like I said, it was a pretty good movie. I love the fact that they used the severed hand of a psychic as opposed to a Ouija board, which I mean, to me that just gives it more power of itself in a creepy supernatural way. I mean, you're just asking for all kinds of trouble with that. And I just love how like she actually messes up really bad. The so where is she? This chick. But man, why would y'all be why y'all passing around a dead hand knowing what it's doing? Then they let this poor child do it. I mean, this poor child here, I think his spirit ends up in hell.
Oh my God, he gets
being
wrecked.
Like tortured by all these spirits. So
Yep.
earlier in that clip I showed you where she was all like, ooh, they like you or something like that. Yeah, they like him a lot. And they end up getting him in this scene. And that poor boy.
Yeah, what he goes through, he definitely got the worst of it.
Oh yeah.
Look at him, he's all types of fucked up. Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then even after they got him in the hospital and they thought the ritual was over or whatever, he still had like I don't know if it was just one spirit or multiple. It seemed like it was one when it showed itself later, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But at one point when she does this, it shows him, the boy, like in a tub with like I don't know how many spirits around him, all bloody.
Mhm.
I was gonna show that, but it's like they're all kind of again in the all natural, and I didn't want to get. I don't know
Yeah.
how much of that I can show that. It's quick,
Yeah.
but yeah, I wouldn't play that.
Yeah. YouTube doesn't like boobies.
With Bitey, yes, you have to say goodbye, and you never do it as the lore goes. Supposedly, you're never supposed to do it on hollow ground or whatever somebody's been buried.
Yep.
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 And never do it alone. That's according to the movie. I watched the Ouija movie. I don't know if those are true or not. It sounds. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do it alone. I definitely don't want to do it over graves. And you definitely have to say goodbye. Hey, we had to do that on Evil as well, right? I had to
Yeah.
say goodbye. Knock 3 times.
Yep. Yeah, the Ouija board is not a joke. Like I think if you speak to anybody, they're gonna say, "Oh, as a kid, like you do stuff," but you be surprised. You just be surprised. Ouija boards are something that goes very far back in like pagan worship
Mhm.
and religion, and like it's not a joke.
Oh
And I
yeah.
think Kiwi will agree with me on that one.
Gotta play Mousetrap to calm your nerves. Now, are you talking about the actual Mousetrap game from back in the day?
Oh,
Are
that's such a
you
fun game.
are you talking about something else I don't know about, Bitey?
That's such a good little
Did you play
game.
Grape Escape? I played Grape Escape too. I like Grape Escape. Are we actually talking board games here?
I was a Clue girl. I
I
loved
like
Clue.
Clue too. I had the Goosebumps like game too. It was like a mystery kind of game. It was like pitfalls and stuff. It was like graveyard.
And I
No, we had a lot
loved
of
getting
board
me some
games.
Boardwalk and Monopoly.
Oh man,
You had to get the
if you do it
Boardwalk.
right, you master all of Monopoly in like 10 turns.
Pretty
No,
much.
just kidding. No, but you do. You gotta get blue. You gotta get them. What was it? The blue spaces. Yeah, Boardwalk and
Yep,
Park
Boardwalk and
Place.
Park Place.
And God bless it if you get the railroads and utilities. You just bring in the money.
you just into it, man.
Yep.
I love
Hey,
board games.
did you do the free parking where you do certain stuff and you put the money there and then you land there and you
Yep.
get it? Oh,
Yep. Yes,
Good.
ma'am. We sure did. We sure did.
You
And
play
if
a lot
you
of card games?
landed on go,
What card
you got an
games did
extra
you? All right,
bonus.
you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a board game, card game stream, and at some point we could play some card
Oh
games. I don't know
yeah, I
how.
would so be down with that.
I don't even know what we're
I
gonna play.
love
We're
board
gonna figure
games.
it out. I love board games and card games. That's what we grew up
Me
doing a
too.
lot more than video games. Even though as I got older, I played a lot more video games. But I was real young though, man. Board games was what was up. Power
Well,
went out.
Scarlett, back in my day,
Well,
we
look,
didn't
man,
have
power went
video
out back in
games
our
yet.
day. It still does, but now we got ways of getting around that.
We
We
could
got better
only
cell
rely
phones.
on
I got
board
tablets
games.
that come with a battery pack chargers. So even if the
And-
power's out, there's still entertainment. But back in when hurricanes would hit and you had or storms that come through all the time, you have
Yep.
no power. You had cards, and I'm talking about a deck of 52 cards.
Yep.
Man, we played some games. That one deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Kids don't know.
Play some spades, some rummy.
We play some
Yeah.
Speed. You ever play Speed?
No, I've never played that.
I will tell you all about Speed one day. That's a fun one.
My
They're
grandparents
gonna
were
think I'm
big
talking
poker people.
drugs or something, but
Yeah,
that's
no, she's
legit.
talking about a card game.
So I got the need for speed. 3 counties over.
Yeah. No, my grandparents were big poker players, and not like poker as in like the 5-card draw. My grandmother played these old guinea kind of poker games, crisscross, and like all these other little games. My grandmother loved cards.
Oh yeah, spades, hearts, all that stuff. We played some other ones. I'm trying to remember what the heck it was now. We played this other game. I can't remember for the life of me what it was, but it was one of them games like, you play like your parents play it and they let you come to the table when you were young and they're all drinking, of course. This was back in like the early 90s. So they were still smoking cigarettes at the table, and
Oh hell yeah, there sure was.
you was very easily allowed to sip upon the beverages at the table.
Yup.
So yeah, you got to go to the table when the adults were playing card games. That was fun. I don't know if it was Rummy or what was it? Or was it Gin? I don't remember what they were playing, but I just remember we used to play they used to play all that kind of stuff. So we were kids. We grew up watching them play, and they let us come play with them. Fun times.
Yep.
We had fun as kids. We had fireworks too.
Do
like
kids get to have that type of fun these days?
No, they're legit. Our parents would be inside playing card games or whatever, when we'd go visit their friends or whatever out of state, and we had fireworks. That was like 4th of July kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And they say, here's fireworks. And there's like, I don't know, a handful of us, kids or whatever, and they're inside and we're just having bottle rocket, wars, fights, and stuff.
Roman candle
wars. We were tough.
I asked myself that a lot, Scarlett. I asked myself that a lot.
Don't make them like they used to, Dana.
No, they don't. No, they don't. I can't believe that I'm at the age where I get to say that to like kids. Well, back in my day, let me tell you.
Yeah. The Roman candle wars, those are real. Man. You get the bottle rockets in your pocket. You got the Roman candles, and then if you was really daring, you get them. What was it, the M80s or whatever?
Oh my God, yeah, yeah.
So you don't blow nobody up.
Fucking quarter stick of dynamite. Just here you go, kids.
Your parents give it to you. It's like, go have fun.
Here you go. Have at it.
Dude, we got the ones too that were like water, didn't you could throw them in puddles and stuff, and they were good to go. You just go pop
just be throwing packs of firecrackers at each other.
We love to watch it. We love to put it in the water because if you did it right, man, you could do enough of them, and you would have a nice little explosion underwater. See, we learned about we learned about dynamite and
we learned survival.
Science. We learned science.
We learned survival
the hard way.
We made it out with all our fingers and all our toes.
Yep.
You're good.
You got that water hose, man. That was life right there. You found a hose somewhere. Well, I don't know about where y'all were from, but where we're from is hot. Where I'm from. And that hose was life.
We always had a bucket of sand lying around.
Well, the hose was life because that it was hot and you just got to find a water hose, otherwise you might die. That was the only thing you had to worry about, staying hydrated.
Yep.
Somebody's house,
pretty much.
Somebody's friend's house had a water hose outside.
Pretty much.
But nah, we got way off track.
Oh, those days.
They tell my whole
the days story. When life was simple.
But yeah. Good old times.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, Sophia. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, you don't mess with the spirit world. I think that's where we were, and I somehow, Sophia, we started talking about that.
Because somebody brought up Mousetrap.
Oh, Bitey did. See, Nada, you do it better than me. I forgot how we started talking about games and board games, and then I talked about how kids ain't built like they used to be.
Conversation went left really quick.
Way left. What's up, Robert?
Hey, Robert.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We are trying to get back on topic.
This is what happens when me and Scarlett just start to talk. So just to let you know that this is an everyday conversation between me and Scarlett. We will literally start talking about one thing and then end up so far left, we don't even know how we got there.
Hey, good banter.
Of course.
But no, this movie was it was pretty creepy. I do got like one more clip I know of this scene right here I can play, and then there's one more too I might try to play in a minute. But this one was, oh, sorry, I can't play this one. That's right, I can't play this one. Let me see. I can't remember if I took that part out or not. Let me see. You know what? We'll do if it seems like it gets hairy, I'll just click off of it. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just click off of it real quick, Dana. Yeah, so it gets a little creepy there. I don't know. I actually got flashed for a second. Yeah,
Good timing. Good timing.
it's all good. It's fine. Nobody
Your
saw
YouTube
nothing.
skills are getting good.
I don't know. That somebody gonna pick that up. This is real quick. I don't think you saw anything. It's fine. You saw just a lot of arms and legs and bread.
Yes.
This movie seems like the plot of the recent Teen Goosebumps TV show. It may be. I don't know if I've seen that one yet. I remember there was something with Goosebumps came out recently, but I don't remember if I ever finished watching it or even started on that one. What about you, Dana?
I know that there was something that was based off of the Goosebump books, but I didn't watch them. So that would be a Benda question. He was big into Goosebumps.
I know I've seen I want to say the Goosebumps movies, but as far as the new TV show or whatever, I hadn't checked that out. Is it just the movies, or you just was there a new show on Sophia? I can't remember. Because I thought there was an actual series that came out recently. A new one.
I think so. I think there was something new with Goosebumps.
Because I know I've watched the movies just because, my kid and stuff that she likes them. So I checked them out. And because I shouldn't blame my kid. I was probably going to watch them either way.
Don't blame her. Don't blame her.
I'm probably going to watch them anyways.
Exactly. Don't blame the innocent child. Oh, it's on Hulu, she's saying.
Oh, last year? Okay. Yeah, I thought I remember hearing something about Goosebumps TV show, but no, I hadn't checked it out yet. Was it good? Did you like it, Sophia? Anybody else in the chat? Y'all check it out? Y'all like it? I remember I was going to check it out, but I don't think I ever did. So I still have to go back and probably at least take a gander. If it was, is it? That's why I'm asking Sophia if she's seen it. Was it good? is it,
as the list just grows.
Watch? I know. We have so many I have to pick and choose. Unfortunately. But yeah,
I feel like I'm adding shit to that list every day.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this chick, she just don't end well for her. I got some, these are probably mixed. I don't remember if I got any more. I thought I had one of her mom. I may not have it in here. Oh, wait, that was her mom there, yeah. Oh, no, this is the end. That's right. This was so weird at the end. After she, basically dies. He gets hit by a car, and then she walks through the hospital or whatever, kind of not knowing what's going on, and then she ends up finding the candle, and she's basically on the other side of the hand.
Yep. Now she's playing. Now she's
the spirit.
Yep.
Oh, that was. So this dude's just like blah blah blah. let me in. I let you in. She's just like, oh no. Now she could see it. She got to see it from both sides. Came full circle for her.
That's crazy.
It was okay. All right. Well, I still might check it out then. Because, it's still Goosebumps. So it's not going to be like super, horror. I expect it to be even what it was what I remember of it growing up, which probably isn't that many episodes. I probably only caught it, so many. Because it wasn't like now where, we probably go find every episode somewhere. But the ones I do remember watching, yeah, they weren't exactly too scary. I do like the costumes they used on the ones I remember. So yeah, it's definitely, I'll go check it out. See what it's about. Who knows? Maybe we'll talk about it one night. See how good it is. Yeah, this was creepy. It finally shows one of the spirits that's in the boy. The old creepy dude.
Hmm. I loved the practical effect because you know how I love practical effects.
Oh yeah.
So I loved all the makeup on the spirits and just it was all just so good. That's why I'm like, if I didn't real like when I was doing research, if I didn't find out that the like just YouTubers made this movie, I would have thought this was just some regular like Blumhouse or some of the other companies that did this movie because this movie looked 10 times better than the stupid Winnie the Pooh movie.
Winnie the Pooh was just funny, and I think if they had done the very opening part where it's almost like a cartoon sketch thing, that would have been better than what they did the rest of the movie. But yeah, it was almost like they did everything just to make Winnie the Pooh look bad or something. I don't know. It was really bad, and I think it's a slasher too. I think it considered it a slasher.
Yeah. Well, I'm just hoping they got a little
Although
more
I
money.
guess I don't know. I'm kind of confused. Well, I guess they were, yeah, because I think they did tell it as they were human, sort of. I don't remember how they tell. I have to rewatch Winnie the Pooh. Are they human in origin? Is Pooh human?
I
in
don't
origin?
think so. I think they're humanoid, but they're not humans per se. Like they wasn't like a dude who turned into Winnie the Pooh. They
Mhm.
were always at like those type of animals, but I think they were like hybrids, meaning human slash
Mm.
whatever they
Okay.
are.
Well, we'll figure that out. We're going to have so much to talk about when we get to the slashers. Well, I like this part though because the mom and Talk to Me makes her think that her dad is basically like possessed. She's legit seeing things like the ghosts or the demons and stuff are um almost like they're changing or make themselves look like people she loves just to make her kill more people, including herself, so that they can have them forever. That's why I said this movie was creepy. Pretty
It was
creepy.
creepy. I apologize. My dog is trying
Oh
very
no, you're
hard to get
fine.
my attention. And
No,
I'm
good.
trying to avoid her squeaking her baby in the background. She's getting very mad at me.
Oh, it just wants attention.
Oh yeah, she's begging for it right now. She's like, "You're up. Why are you not loving on me?" The baby is over there.
Yeah, they are kind of messing up things up a little bit with all the remakes. So, and it maybe they'll come up with some more original ideas. But we still got a few good things out there. Hopefully, they will give us some more very soon. I know we got some good shows on the horizon. Hopefully, some good movies as well. Until then, we'll just have to look at the ones that we do like, that we remember fondly, and maybe critique some of the ones we don't like as much. I don't want to say trash. We don't have to completely trash, but at least we can critique. And poor dad
Yes.
here, he doesn't do well. Oh, poor dad. She loses dad, she lost mom, she ends up killing herself, becoming a ghost in the ghost spirit world.
I know it came full circle. She was looking for her mom, and then it ended up she became a spirit in the end.
Mm-hmm. So I got one more clip from that I can show real quick. Yeah. And this was like when they were hanging out at the party before the one boy got possessed. They're all just kind of taking a turn, taking a shot, taking a hit. Their addictive selves.
Getting their fix. Getting their fix.
Yeah, that was interesting. They're all having fun with the hand. What is up, BK?
We were looking for you earlier, needing your we need you to translate something for us.
I know. We was watching or going through Hereditary, and you already know the sigil, and we saw that the grandma had some books that had some symbols in it, some Latin and some other languages in there. we might be able to use in our evil findings. Maybe, who knows?
We tried
So-
to say your name like 3 times fast to see if we could summon you, but it didn't work.
And Sophie else says, I watched Insidious The Red Door yesterday. It was pretty good. Yeah, I didn't mind that one. That one wasn't too bad. As far as the Insidious went, it I would say it kind of closed the door, so to speak.
Yeah, no, Insidious was actually that franchise was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Shrieking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This movie was nuts. Yeah, this one was a good one. Them kids were just not exactly smart. I mean, they had to learn it the hard way.
Yes, they did.
And I let that little 15-year-old boy do that, and then yeah, let's just say you can't keep messing with spirits. And they were doing all kinds of group parties with this thing, so you can only imagine the spirits were just waiting for their moment.
Pretty much, they're like, "Oh, we got a room full of dummies. Let's go. Everybody just get in line. Get in line."
Yeah, if you're down, you're out cold. So you couldn't hear us calling you. Yeah, the brother got it the worst.
The magic
yeah.
didn't work because BK was sleeping. Okay, now I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Talk to Me was a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. No, I did. That was my probably, like I said, I kind of like it better than Hereditary for what it gives us in the pacing.
Agreed.
But Hereditary was still good. I almost put them at the same. Like Talk to Me, just almost just slightly above it.
Yeah,
maybe a
now
little
that
bit
I'm
more.
watching the clips and stuff, yeah, it's got a slight edge.
Mm-hmm. I know, especially the one where they're like, all the kids are partying together. Let's all just take a ride with the. And there were some other clips from that party too. I didn't get. Because that kind of gross. I don't even want to watch. I don't even want to show it. It involves an animal, and dudes, yeah, it was gross.
Oh yeah, the poor little kangaroo.
Oh, I was talking about the thought dog that comes in and starts licking
Oh, I
on his
thought you were
face.
talking about the poor little kangaroo.
That too, probably. But I was talking. Remember, the dude's all strapped up and he's all possessed, and the dog he like falls over, and the dog starts trying to like kiss his like give him like kisses or whatever. It was great.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Yeah, it was gross.
Oh yeah, or when she started licking on his toes.
Oh, yeah, it was gross too. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. It's so
He thought the
gross.
demon was licking on his toes, and the next thing you know, she's just got a whole mouthful of his toes.
No, Dana.
Ugh.
Yes, I don't do toes. Yeah, that's gross.
I don't
Gross me
eat,
out.
like,
Look, I can handle most things. Ugh.
I don't know how
Feet are
anybody
disgusting.
toes and feet are gross. You could have the prettiest feet in the world, they're still feet and they're gross.
Yeah, Sophia, they were definitely having a '90s style. Hey, yeah, I don't know if kids today would. Well, I don't know. They wouldn't do
right.
that. They wouldn't be that cool,
Sophia's a
even though they
90s
weren't
kid,
being
like-
very smart.
That's right. There was no parties like the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Good. No, that was pretty good picks. Not too bad. Yeah, like I said, next week we're definitely going to get. I'm gonna try to get the slasher stuff together for next week. If not, then it'll be the week after. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do some slashers. Which God, there's actually a lot of slashers, Dana.
I know.
And then what do we consider? All right, because like I'm gonna show. We're gonna.
There's no way we're gonna be able to narrow it down to 10 either.
Oh no, we're gonna
There's
have to have at
just
least
no
20.
way.
We're gonna have at least 20. So yeah, I'm gonna try to post something in Twitter in the next couple of days to kind of get everybody's picks on what their favorite slashers are. And then yeah, we're gonna try to talk about them, rank them, check them out.
Yay,
can't
tier
wait.
list. Yay, tier list.
Tier list.
Yay. Doesn't take much to get me excited, people. Doesn't take much.
And yeah, oh man, I'm gonna try to watch that tonight, Bitey, or tomorrow. Cause yeah, y'all were talking about it. Jeremy was talking about it, and some of y'all in the chat were talking about it last night. So yeah, y'all got me wanting to check it out.
Oh, the three
Oh, you
body
did,
problem? Yeah.
Bitey. Did you like it? And BK, one episode in. Sophia, I'm not sure about it yet. All right.
See, I know nothing about the book, so I wouldn't even know where to. So I'd be watching it as literally just somebody just watching the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't know
me
about you.
too.
If you,
Yeah,
you same.
I haven't read the books yet. Now I might, check some of it out after. But if I'm gonna watch it, I haven't. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it first. And like I said, I'm gonna try to check that out tonight or tomorrow, sometime this weekend maybe. I'm gonna try to fit in some of these shows. But BK's killing it. He's probably caught up and then some. He's got like
Seriously.
20. BK's already watched 20 shows that have not even premiered yet. He knows what's gonna happen in Evil. He just can't tell us. He's keeping it from us.
He's keeping it a secret.
Mm-hmm. He already knows. It was aliens the whole time. Evil aliens.
Where's Snuggie when you need him?
Oh man.
No, but these are really good picks. I'm glad we got to talk about them.
Yeah. What about you guys in the chat? I mean, I think most of you guys answered it, but anybody else? What was your favorite? Out of the two picks tonight, we had Hereditary and Talk to Me. Like I said, I still give it to Talk to Me. And I probably
too.
rate Talk to Me around a 7. Yeah, around a 7 altogether, 7.5. Hereditary, honestly, I'm probably going to give it like a 6.5 just because the first half is so slow. Even though I like it, it's just it's one, and then it's one that you have to rewatch on top of it, so it takes a few hits.
Yes, I'm right there with you. I'm about a 6 for Hereditary, and I'm about a 7.5 for Talk to Me.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what the guys in the chat say. Oh, Aliens. Okay, looks good. It's a new Alien show. Is it a show or movie? I'm not sure. Sophia says I can only either read the books or watch the show, movie, especially Stephen King stuff. Yeah, I can't watch. I can't do both watching. And I'm probably not going to read the book as likely as I'm going to watch it first, anyways. But yeah, that would muddy it too much for me.
Yeah, Stephen King. You could do a ranking all your own of Stephen King stuff. He's got so much stuff out there.
Mm-hmm. And Sophia, Talk to Me was better. Yeah, I definitely give Talk to Me the edge. What I believe as well.
Yeah.
Alien
agree.
one looks amazing. I hope it lives up to it. All right, see, we got some alien action. Lots of good looking shows. Maybe there's a little bit more out there than we think.
Maybe.
Hereditary got a lot of good press from the horror community. Yeah, it probably did. Like I said, I like the premise of it and everything from pretty much the moment, even though like what happened to the little girl in the car accident, that kind of picked up a little bit, but it's still, even after that, was a little slow up until really when the mom really figures out what's going on.
Yeah. I don't think it needed a 2-hour runtime. They definitely could have kept it at like a 90-minute movie, and it would have been much better. That extra half hour of just, call it story building, call it filler, call it what you want, but there's a lot of that movie that you could have cut out and still got the same goodness from like once you got the aha moment and you knew what the story was, and that basically the grandma was like doing it the whole time and like setting up her own family and like once you got into like that type what the story was, it was good. You didn't need a lot of that kind of chunky stuff in the beginning.
Yeah, and especially like if they just didn't, I don't know, it was really slow. Some of it was okay, but it was how they drug it out, made it a little bit harder to get through.
Yeah. It hits the 2 hour mark, and you got to be a really good horror movie to be able to pull off 2 hours.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that I noticed that when I was looking at clips and stuff. I was like, ooh, this one's gonna be 2 hours, and I was doing screenshots. I was like, ooh yeah. Because I forgot that it was so long. I forgot how much of that was the first half was really
Mm-hmm.
kind of dragged out. I was like, oh, especially because I mean, it's needed for what kind of movie it's trying to tell. But yeah, it's a little harder to watch. Talk to Me is definitely a little more fulfilling, faster.
Yep. Less weight to get into what the story was and the scares and like the thrill of sitting there and watching a horror movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Like there are moments in Hereditary where I wouldn't care if I had to fast forward through them.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in Talk to Me that I would sit there and be like, okay, fast forward, fast forward.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't remember. Talk to Me was probably what, around the hour and a half or so mark.
Yep. I think it was just over 90 minutes.
Hang on, Sophia. I see something about from off topic, but someone found some show notes from show notes for from season 3, and now I'm scared about the content. Ooh.
Oh no, what?
Oh no.
Don't leave us hanging.
Oh. I don't know if I don't want to know.
I want to know.
Hey, tell us at Jeremy's, because I know Jeremy's going live in a minute.
Look, even BK's like, gimme, gimme, gimme.
I know, give me him. Save it for Jeremy's, because I know he's getting ready to do what the House of the Dragon trailer.
No, she spilled the beans to us. That's for us. Go ahead, Sophia. Speak freely. Because now we gotta know.
The chat has spoken. They posted in the Discord. Yeah, they definitely posted in the Discord.
Yes, but give us the exclusive. What's the exclusive, Sophia?
And while she is hopefully letting us know,
I know
we will get
hopefully
ready.
She's typing right now.
In a minute, because I know Jeremy, he should be getting ready to go live in a few minutes. I'm gonna do some House of the Dragon trailer action. No, I'm excited about that. And we're getting from House of the Dragon, all kinds of good stuff. Let's see. Some of the dudes on that dude's Tiny channel. Are you talking about Tony's channel? It was maybe season 3 episode. I don't know Tiny. Maybe I'm just reading wrong. I don't know who that is.
If she means Tony, he's forever going to be Tiny from this point on.
Because he's the only other one I know with the T channel, but I don't know. It was like Tabby one. Oh yeah. I think I remember he was going over some of that stuff. Yeah, they were. Somebody found those the notes or something. I forgot what that was called. And yeah, Tony was it was Tony's channel.
Boo.
Yeah, it's fine. Because they did show that stuff. Yeah, that was, I didn't watch all of that, but I did hear a little bit of it. But no, we'll see what happens with it. I mean, I didn't even read all of it, so I don't remember what it all said. I do remember the part about Tabitha walking around or wandering around looking for a family.
Well, I mean, she's gonna be somewhere.
I think it says she ended up somewhere, and almost like she just wandered into a house and they ended up arresting her or something. Which I almost figured that was what was gonna happen anyway. She's gonna be wandering around looking for things, and she was gonna. I assume that's how she was gonna find Eloise somehow. Either they locked Tabitha up in a mental institution, or Eloise is somehow at the police department when Tabitha gets there. I mean, I know I'm not the only one that probably said that way back when.
I bet you she gets arrested walking around her old house because they've been gone. But they were only gone in the matter of a few weeks.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
from,
really. Yeah.
like,
So
you don't
I
know.
don't know.
You don't know.
But we'll find out before too much longer. Hopefully, we got too many more months. Hopefully, to go.
I know. I hope they start dropping some little tidbits. Give us some crumbs from. Give us some crumbs. Give us a poster to dissect. Give us something.
Yeah, we'll just have to find out when it airs. What do we say? Maybe around fall sometime, late summer, fall. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yes, sooner rather than later, please.
Yes. Well, not too soon though, because now we got some things on the docket to get through. But yes, definitely want it soon. Now I'm just kind of like, we got to get, because Shogun, I'm so fixated on Shogun right now, honestly.
Yeah.
And Evil, we got Evil coming out like what, in May?
Yes.
And so yeah, and then we also got House of the Dragons coming out.
Yep, that's June.
And then Evil. So yeah, there's so much stuff coming out. And then all these new shows and stuff that everybody's telling us about. I mean, we got some good content. Can't complain too much. As much as it may seem bad, it's not as bad as maybe we think it is. There's some good stuff out there.
Yeah. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Tons of goodness coming our way.
Oh yeah. But we're gonna get ready to close it down, guys, and head on over if you want to Jeremy's stream. He is fixing to do the House of the Dragons trailer breakdown live. Yep. I know I'm going to try to go check him out. But we want to thank you all for joining us tonight and hanging with us, talking about some movies we like. And, of course, thank you, Miss Dana, for hanging with me, as always, my bestie.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad that you include me in your stuff.
Always. I would not have it any other way.
We have fun. I have fun with you, so it doesn't matter what we do.
Oh, yeah. Always. Awesome times with you and the chat. And yeah, we'll be back next Friday. Probably regular time, 8:30 Eastern. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do the slasher stuff. Definitely gonna try to put together something good with the slasher stuff. Look out on Twitter for me posting so I can get, and I'll probably do it on Twitter and in Jeremy's Discord, so that way if you don't have Twitter you can post it there, or if you want to let me know in the comments, let me know what your favorite slasher is, and I will try to include all of them, get them all gathered up, and we will talk about them all next week. And yes. I cannot wait.
I can't either.
Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye.
Bye, guys.